Hello guys, welcome to today's video that is inspired by a color love story, and this is what I came up with. I initially thought I'm going to do deeper eyeshadow look, but this is what I end up creating today. In case you didn't know, February 14th is my birthday, so this is a really special video today for me as well, where I took a chance to play with a little bit different color story than usual. This is not my usual color story overall at all, but I really do love it for a change. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about this type of a color story when it comes to makeup. And yes, without any further ado, let's jump into this tutorial. Today I am not doing a close-up. I thought I'm gonna do kind of a get ready with me style type of a video. I don't know if I'm gonna do the whole face or just the eye makeup look, but that's just depending on how much time do I have. Anyways, my base is on, and as you can see, my eyebrows are done, and I am going to start with one palette that hasn't been that popular in my collection, and that is Charlotte Tilbury. And this is her new Beautyverse palette. Well, one of the newer releases. In the meantime, she did come out with the quad, but I did not pick up that one. Oh, I'm sorry, but before that, I'm going to lighten up my eyes with Tom Ford Soleil Neige. You know how much I love, if you're watching my channel, this light shade, and I love this palette in general. And take the excess off, and this one is gonna go underneath my eyebrow. This will set like really nicely into my skin and will blend beautifully with my next eyeshadow. Anyways, what I wanted to say is that my thoughts initially for this palette, that if this is something that intrigues you when it comes to color story and formulation, maybe you should grab this on a sale, because the price is kind of ridiculous, you know. Why would I say ridiculous? Is because of two different setups when it comes to color story. So either you like these neutrals or this pop of the color. I don't know. For me personally, I didn't like the formulation of the browns, so if anything, I'm going to use the other shades and these specific shimmery glittery toppers. And these ones, you guys, are actually either you're going to love them or not. They do have different formulations within them, within the same palette. I don't know, they do have pros and cons. I do have full in-depth video tutorial with this palette, and the reason why I am using this palette today is because I just felt like this would be good transitional pink shade for today's look. It's soft, it's nothing too crazy, exactly what I needed, what I had in mind. Like, it's not too bright. And now I can bring this one closer to my eyebrow, and as you can see, the opacity is pretty much on a sheer side, which is not too bad depending on where you want, but it's not grabbing, nothing crazy. You can definitely build it up, but it only can go so much with the pigment. Next, I'm going to use this pink shade from Mothership 11 from Mcgrath. This one is way pigmented than this one. The formulation is way different. They're not that much, don't have that much difference in a color depth, but just a little bit of the eyeshadow. You can see how it picks up differently than here. Way differently. So this is like my middle transitional shade. Yeah, I definitely prefer the formulation of this one. And even though it's pigmented, you guys, you can always sheer this as well. But then you're gonna need a different clean brush and just go on top of the eyeshadow. And when I almost have nothing on my brush, I will drag this color towards my skin to make a diffused blending, like so. And now you can see the difference between these two eyes once I have my lid done without the eyeliner and without the eyelashes. But when you apply deeper shade, and how you can also have like a lighter version of this look just by applying these two colors. Technically three, because I did add up a lighter shade, and that helped me with this transition. I'm gonna use this gorgeous Goddess shade from the It's called Goddess from the Bperfect makeup by Aalina. I realized I haven't used this one in a while, and recently just, I don't know, it's as if I was inspired to use here and there certain eyeshadows from this one. Anyways, For everyone that didn't know, February 14th, for me, it's also my birthday. And yeah, I cannot believe in a way how time goes really fast. It has been an interesting journey. I'll say that, I don't know, when I think about my life, I'll say honestly, like I do enjoy the most. I am still enjoying my 30s, even more than my 20s. But like I wanted to say, my point is how time goes so fast. When I was younger, I felt like especially when I was in my 20s, I felt like time perception for me was kind of a bit different. And now I feel like 30s go a bit faster. I don't know if that's the same feeling maybe for you as well, if you are into at least your mid-30s or past 30s. But I'm definitely enjoying my life the best. Like so far the best. I feel like every year is better and better, and a lot of that I can contribute that putting yourself first in a way that you are healthy inside out. Because honestly, I used to live so much back in the day. I used to live so much in the past where for a long period of time I'm focused mostly today, present, trying to be present as much as I can today and looking forward to the future. Not that I'm not thinking about my past or what happened yesterday or I don't know, a year ago, but my issue was that I was thinking about my past in a negative way, and I felt like it was drowning me down, and that got to do a lot with the emotional stage where you're at. And for me, until I was having different mentality and approach different way of thinking, healthy way of thinking, because one of the things that I realized, and I believe it has a huge effect, is that there is no, as I mentioned already, gray zone. Like I used to worry a lot, and there's only either worrying or choosing to be grateful and hoping and praying for the good outcome, well, whatever the situation is, no matter how bad situation is. And for me, choosing the other side helped me tremendously. Like it changed everything just by making a decision, no matter how you feel, because you can still do right thing feeling fearful. That doesn't mean that you are identifying yourself as a fearful person, if that makes sense. So I can do something that I believe it's alright, but regardless of how I feel, and not to choose because of my emotions to back off and do nothing, to not do the right thing. Second thing that I would say, and it was the biggest change in my 30s, is my husband and us getting married. I cannot be more happy, grateful, and sometimes I do feel, I'm so sorry, actually I'm having a hard time doing makeup and talking. I'm trying to focus at the same time. Do you think that's one of the reasons why I am not doing Get Ready With Me that often, because this will take me hours talking and doing makeup. Anyways, what I wanted to say, when I talk about our relationship, sometimes I feel like I'm living in some fairy tale, honestly, compared to the fact that everything prior in my life was just down the hill. Nothing was working, nothing was good when it comes to relationship. And it's a really long, but it's really short story, because it felt like everything happened overnight when it comes to engagement and marrying and everything, because we knew that's it, and we just knew. And I cannot emphasize enough how waiting for the right person, it can be everything. For me, I didn't know when I made a decision that I'm gonna wait for the right one. For me, I didn't know if that's going to happen within the 1 month or 5 years. It took a couple of years for like to manifest everything that I'm talking about right now, but like in my heart, regardless of, you know, year after year what people are thinking and saying, and not necessarily sometimes having like the bad intentions, but you know, when you're gonna get married, did you meet anyone, what's going on, you know, everything in the right time. I truly believe that, and that's how it happened, because again, what's a decision when I said, God, nothing before worked. Whatever I thought it was right, so might as well wait for you to send me somebody to spend the rest of my life, because obviously I believe you know what's the right thing for me, and that's exactly what happened. Not the way I thought it was going to happen. That's why I said it exceeded my expectations of the love story. So anyways, I wanted just to share how grateful and how happy I am when it comes to, well, actually everyday life, because our relationship is something that is a huge part of everything, day-to-day basis, everything that's going on. Working as a husband and wife, as a partners, everything that we do, we love doing together, and being involved in whatever that it is that is going on, planning and everything. I wanted to say how this, while I'm applying this, Tom Ford palette can combine with all of these matte eyeshadows, just look stunning as well, without any shimmers or multichromes. But of course I will apply it. But yeah, I'm loving it. It looks nice, even in the matte version. Okay. So for the shimmer, I'm gonna use this shade right here. A little bit of fixing spray, and this one goes in the middle, in the center of my eyelid. It gives me that beautiful wet effect, but I'm going to combine this. Let me just spread it a little bit, and I will combine this with Danessa Myricks Lightwork 5 palette. Shade, look at that, it's called shade Loved. And I will apply this one on top of the previous one, and in my inner corner I need to apply something that is lighter. For my inner corner I'm gonna use this shade. This is an interesting topper from Charlotte Tilbury, and I will mix it a little bit with the previous Danessa shade. Again, wet my brush a little bit. Oh, one thing I forgot to apply into this is highlighter, and I'm using Pat McGrath Loves highlighter in Golden Moonlight. This is a little bit yellowish actually, so but when I combine it with the Pat McGrath's pink special shade, it gives me beautiful shade. And also applying that underneath my eyebrow to have extra light and spark right here. I am reminding myself to not take this for granted, and to be really grateful for on a day-to-day basis with what is that we have. I did also apply Pixi liner lash line ink, and this is really, let me show you. It does have a really thin applicator, so you can be like really precise. Speaking of love, for me personally it was a breakthrough to not see love as an emotion, because emotions, they come and go, they change, sometimes even more often than we would love to, but to rather think of love as a decision to respect, decision to not put myself first and selfishly thinking of my needs, but rather on focusing on giving and being grateful. And that was a game changer. And for me to have love in a different perspective. So I can say that we choose to love each other every day, regardless of our current emotions. I feel or I don't feel. I want to choose to do the right thing regardless. And I know it's going to give a good end result. I will apply some mascara and individual lashes, and I will be right back. And so this is the final look. I had to skip everything besides the eyeshadow tutorial that I've shown you, and I will link everything down below in case you want to see what I have been using on my face for today's look. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you are having an amazing day with your family, friends, loved ones. I just hope you enjoy today, and as always, I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.